Tell him in the chat.
I didn't get in yet.
The excitement is palpable. You can feel it in the musty air of Billy Murphy's Irish Saloonery here in the northwest section of Philadelphia, East Falls. Guys, how are we doing? What is going on? This is already too crazy for me. It's too hectic. Who picked who? What's happening? Tell me. I need an update.
Some running back just got picked. Anthony Richardson.
Anthony Richardson. That is much higher than we
I'm sorry.
thought.
It's a quarterback. I'm sorry. Not a running back.
Okay. Okay. Listen. So, thank you for joining us for the City Pigeons' first ever live draft special. You know, and when we do something, we just kind of figure it out. I mean, that's kind of what we do. And I just want to say,
the seat of our pants.
this is a first for us in a couple different ways. It's a first because we've never had somebody go completely AWOL on the podcast. And if anyone has seen Meech out there, we are worried about him.
Putting out an APB.
We are worried about Meech. He went to the Phillies game today, and we're worried about his well-being.
So I'm seriously concerned about his well-being.
I'm concerned too.
Please use the hashtag Where is Meech? Hashtag Where is
Yo, the
Meech?
Twitter fam out there, put that tweet out.
We know
Meech,
for
where
a
are
fact
you?
that Meech was going to the Phillies game and that he was intent on having a couple beverages. We haven't. No, I'm being serious. We haven't heard from him. I don't think. Fink, have you heard from him?
I have not heard from Meech since 11:30 a.m.
Fink, and by the way, I meant Mel. Because we have our draft specialist extraordinaire, Mel Kiper. I don't know how he got off his gig at ESPN to join us. Mel, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling great. How are you guys feeling?
You're feeling good? I love it.
Great. Fantastic.
You look great.
And, you know, we're looking forward to your expert analysis of the situation. And, guys, you know, it is actually so amazing that we're here because the last time we were here, do you remember last time we were here to do an episode? Do you guys remember?
I know.
What were we doing?
We were sulking from the Super Bowl loss.
Yeah, it was the week after the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We were sulking, and now we're back here. And here's my question to you right off the bat. Is the NFL draft a seminal moment where you start you turn the page on that and you start to think about next season and you put that to bed a little bit? I know if Meech was here, he'd say no. He's still pissed off. What do you guys say?
I'm going with no as well because I'm never going to talk about that Super Bowl again. But I think I'm going to move past it. Like,
all right, but are you starting to move past it tonight?
Yeah, because this is where you start all over. This is where you build that, and let's get it started. New season, new.
Rock, what do you think?
I think it depends on who we get.
It depends on who we get.
Yeah,
if we get someone you don't like, you're still pissed about the Super Bowl.
I'm still salty. I'm still
pissed off. If we get someone we do like, it's time to move forward.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
Now, filling in admirably for Mike Meech is our man, our go-to, the legend here, the GOAT, Tom Henneman. Tom, how you doing, bud?
Good.
Get in there.
I'm not as handsome
we love
as
you,
Meech.
Tom.
We miss you, baby. Where are you?
Yeah. No one replaces Meech, just be honest.
Right.
But you do a good job as anybody. You brought some donuts again, right?
I did. We got our Eagles minis.
I heard Mike Murphy already ate 17 donuts.
He did.
That's what I heard.
Where are those donuts from, by the way?
We're not supposed
Tom,
to name
I
names.
just
We're not
remembered.
naming names?
I forgot the pickles.
They're not naming names.
I brought home 3 containers of them too.
Wait, what did you bring home?
Shit. Darn tootin'.
It's not me. You have to apologize.
I know.
All right.
It's
Well,
Jess.
what? Pickles? Did you say pickles?
He forgot again.
You know I'm
not
I'm a big pickle lover. There's no question about it.
Whoa, pause, buddy. Pause.
Those are the kind of moments
Hey,
you
now.
just can't script, folks. Okay, so I want to set the table here. Where are we? The 4th pick just occurred,
I don't
right?
know. I see Donovan McNabb up on the screen
And it
for
was
some reason.
Anthony
Bryce Young
Richardson,
went,
right?
CJ Stroud
Yeah, why
went.
is McNabb on the screen?
I guess this guy is comparable to
This is great.
McNabb, Anthony Richardson.
All right, so hopefully for some of you guys that are watching with us, you're watching the draft too, and hopefully getting mild amusement out of us and our commentary as you watch. We're seeing it here live, and we're going to be reacting as we go. Birds have the 10th pick. Gentlemen, let me ask you this question right off the bat. Do we think they're going to actually make that pick? Because I just have a gut feeling Howie, man, he's trying to get on some ninja, you know what? Like, he's definitely moving.
You
think Howie's trading up?
He's going to trade up.
I guess it depends who falls. Can you give me a list, Tom, of who's gone so far? Let's get that up.
I saw at least 3 quarterbacks, I believe.
At the
CJ
City
Stroud.
Pigeons Podcast, we pay close attention to the details.
Bryce Young went, Jesse.
You know, so I think there's been a run on quarterbacks, right?
Yeah,
that means
exactly.
these defensive players are dropping, increasing the chance that the Birds are going to stay there or trade up, right?
I would think that they would maybe trade down, thinking that the defensive player that they might want might fall a little bit lower than they expected.
Roger, your commentary would be ill-informed, and let me tell you why. Because a lot of the higher picks that they thought we're going to pick defensive players, they pick quarterbacks. So good defensive players are dropping, and so the Eagles are likely to try to get one of those guys or trade up. The likelihood of them trading up has gone up. people didn't think the Florida quarterback, Anthony Richardson, was going to get drafted that early, and so that changes things, right? Mel, what do you think about that analysis?
Good.
It's good. Wait. Mel, did you see how are Anthony Richardson's hands? Like, have you seen his hands?
Real big.
Real big.
But seriously, they did compare like Richardson's combine as one of the best QB combines ever for athletic quarterback and everything like that.
Kid's a
comparable
monster.
to like Mike Vick and stuff like that.
He's a monster.
Only Mel knew that. Thank you, Mel.
His potential is off the
Mel,
charts.
did you know, speaking of Anthony Richardson, my cousin is a kicker for the Florida Gators and was on the team with Anthony Richardson last season. True story.
Really?
You hear me name dropping? His name is Trey Smack.
Is he getting drafted?
Trey Smack. Not yet. But there's been a couple kickers that have got drafted. So when he's in the NFL, I'm going to be like, that's my cuz right there.
That's a hell of a name, too.
Trey Smack.
I like that.
No, it's legit, man. I'm not making this up at all.
That's
Shout out Trey Smack,
Will
man.
Levis is still on the board.
Okay.
Yo, what up, Trey Smack?
He's probably the biggest quarterback out there.
Ironically, we're here at Billy Murphy's Irish Saloonary. Mike Murphy has been the person who's coordinated this, and I'm getting a text from Bill Murphy, who is the son of the Bill Murphy founder, asking me if I can play golf tomorrow. He has no idea this is going on, which is amazing to me.
He's not tuned in live
I
right now?
cannot play golf tomorrow.
What's
I have
your
too many
answer? Are you
obligations.
playing golf or no?
Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think I can.
Weak.
Okay, so the draft to me, though, you guys know I'm always like thinking about like things from the fan perspective, and it's just funny to me. The draft is funny, isn't me? Like we always have to pick that one person that we get like all hot and bothered about. That seems to happen all the time. This year we got Bijan as you know, he's the fan fetish, and I'm like I get it to some extent. Are you guys going to be like heartbroken if they don't take Bijan? Are you thinking there's better ways to spend the pick? Because you know a lot of people are on that train. Where do you come down on this Bijan?
I'll be heartbroken if they take this guy Bijan.
You're going to be heartbroken if they take him.
Yeah, I feel like the offense as it is now is in a good position, in a good space. Yeah, you can always use another ball player. You can always use another impact player. But, like, when you spend these high picks on these running backs, we rarely see it work, right? So, like, who's the last guy that's been like this? Like Saquon, I was thinking, right?
You know, that was actually, it's funny you say that because I was thinking about Saquon too, and I'm like, man, he showed so much promise.
Yeah.
But if they had to go back and take another pick at this
They're not
point, they
taking
probably
Saquon.
would.
But here's the thing with like Saquon and stuff like that, the teams were building around the running back. You're just inserting a running back already into a powerhouse offense.
Mel,
that's what makes it so sexy.
See, this
for
is
me.
the kind of analysis that we're counting on from you, Mel.
This dude's breaking
you're
it
totally
down.
right.
Todd.
When you just need to add that piece in,
I don't
it's
think you
different.
do, though. Is my man Dalvin Cook out there on the block? People want to trade for Dalvin Cook. What about the Derrick Henry talk, right?
Okay, but
I feel like there's other ways you can go and
but
get an
let's talk
impact
about
running
that.
back other than spending your first draft pick on a running back.
Okay, but I was thinking about this too, right? Because Dalvin Cook is kind of the opposite in my mind. I can't recall exactly where he's picked. I remember the Eagles were kind of in the mix. I feel like it was second round. Don't quote me on that. But look at Dalvin Cook, man. He's been an incredibly productive running back for them for years and years and years. That's kind of value
That's
you would
fine.
take.
Go get him right now.
Go get him right now.
Go get him right now.
The
Go
problem
trade
is you got to pay these guys. You know, you go get a Derrick Henry, you got to pay
You
him.
can also go find a running back in the 5th round who's going to be not as good maybe as Bijan, whatever his name is,
Absolutely.
All right.
Dijon Mustard, but he'll be plenty serviceable in the NFL,
Nolan
man.
Smith is there, they're going to grab
I
him.
think the reality is anyone who's tuning into the City Pigeons podcast is not here to hear our breakdown,
I thought
detailed
that-
breakdown.
I thought we were supposed to name names and do all
Yeah,
that.
but you know what? I think we want to talk about this more from the like mental perspective in terms of what people are thinking. And for me, like the fan perspective, it's funny because you have to automatically go to like not best player available to need. Right? You know how in the draft they talk about need versus best player available?
Correct.
And for a while it was like we were drafting need versus best player available.
Pick is in.
Pick is in. What do we got? Oh, we don't know yet. Here comes the commish. But think about it like this. I don't know if people can hear this. They're probably watching.
So what about when they picked
we go.
Jalen Hurts second round?
So that
wasn't
is
based
exactly
off
my
of
point.
need.
That's exactly my point. Devin Witherspoon. Now that is much higher than most people said, right, Dev?
Oh, that's good. That's good for
Dev?
us, right?
That's a lot higher. Okay.
Damn, that dude looks like fucking Dion getting drafted back.
Will
in,
Anderson? Huh? Let's go. Go up and get him.
Will
Okay.
Anderson went already.
Will Anderson
My
is
bad.
gone.
Will
went
Anderson
third.
is gone. See,
Yeah,
that's
Texans
why.
traded
He's the
up.
only
Mel,
quarter-
thank
he's
you
the
for
only-
that,
about
Mel.
Who the hell
Thank
is
you
Will
for that,
Anderson?
Mel. So you got to know who's drafted.
Who the hell is Will Anderson? Somebody
Damn it,
tell.
Raj, you're killing our credibility. Man, I don't know. That is as good as it gets.
It is 6 for
Okay, but
sure.
here's the point. What you were saying about Jalen Hurts, Rock, is a perfect example. That is when you draft best player available.
Right,
And look
right.
how that worked out for them. They didn't need a quarterback. Many people are like, "Oh, we don't need a quarterback. Here comes Rodg's cheesesteak."
another
Rodg is going to
first,
be one
another
of the
first,
first
another
people
first.
to eat a cheesesteak in the middle of a podcast.
Would you like a bite?
But he can't fit it in with his drinks, so this is going to be interesting.
Don't worry about it.
Let's get close-ups of Rock eating his cheesesteak. This is good stuff. Okay, but here's my point.
I don't see one
Tom,
napkin.
I'm going to turn to you while he gets busy on
Not
that.
one napkin.
Okay, hear me ask no napkin. No condiments. He's eating that thing raw dog.
I need some ketchup.
Man, this is hysterical. Okay, so Tom,
Ketchup.
listen, Mel, you got to listen up to this too. No ketchup? On a cheesesteak?
Ketchup on your cheesesteak? Are you nuts?
What do you put it on?
Not my cheesesteak.
Oh, God.
Look at the hands.
What do you put on a
look at the hands.
cheesesteak, Fink?
Rock's draft stock is going up.
Wait.
You see
Oh,
those
yeah.
hands?
Did you see those hands?
Wait, what do you put on a cheesesteak, Fink?
Cheese.
Just cheese?
Cheese. It's a cheese. What do you mean, just cheese?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Ketchup. But
Wait, I thought ketchup on a cheesesteak is normal.
What the hell are we
no,
talking
not
it's not
about?
normal.
This is unbelievable to me. We've stumbled
You
on
guys put
a
ketchup on your
huge
cheesesteak?
food
Everybody?
issue.
It's a topic for another
hold on.
night. We got
But real quick, we have one of the Philadelphia food gurus with us. Tom, you got to opine on this. Cheesesteak with ketchup is totally legit, right? No!
I can't.
What are you doing?
You can't dip it.
Okay, wait. What do you put on your cheesesteak? Don't tell me you eat it raw with just cheese.
No, I don't put. I just put cheese and onions and.
Cheese
Yo.
steak.
What
The
else?
cheesesteak.
Yeah.
I guess
Sometimes
we're
you
the
get some
outcasts.
lemon.
What are you
Onion.
saying?
Thank
What?
you.
Thank you. Well, maybe not.
Damn,
Fries
dude.
are good.
My mind is blown.
Jess, you want to bite this cheesesteak with ketchup on it,
I
buddy?
feel like half a fraud all of a sudden.
So do I.
Speaking of which, you know,
I got no
look,
shame now. I'm gonna eat this cheesesteak.
we wouldn't be here for
full
this.
of ketchup.
We wouldn't be here this fine program without one Mark Goodhart, who is also part of the production team. He procured this wonderful wig that Fink is
What wig?
wearing.
What wig?
Well,
Wig?
you know, good point. Mel
Who's
Kiper.
Fink?
Mel Kiper over there.
Fink.
Slick back, not
And
a pushback.
look, if you need any sort of legal representation, specifically personal injury representation, Mark Goodhart, the Goodhart Law Firm, baby. There he is. Look at this suit. Not
at this
everybody's
suit.
coming out
Well,
here
go get this
and
suit.
committed
Everybody
to
knows
this.
that suit.
Like Mark Goodhart coming in the full Eagles suit. He's a man of the people.
He looks great.
And he's who you need. And you know what? On the same token, I want to say thank you to Fans of Philly, okay? Fans of Philly is back riding with us
Big
now
friends of
that
the
we're
pod.
about
Thank
to
you.
set in
Thank you.
motion. The Eagles schedule's coming out. All the different wonderful trips are coming. I was going to have Mike Meech talk about his trip to Yankee Stadium with Fans of Philly, but we're still not sure that he's alive and well. So
Wait, he went back to Yankee Stadium?
if anybody here, no, he didn't go back
Oh.
to Yankee Stadium. No,
I was
Rock,
confused
he
there.
Didn't. He didn't.
I
So-
went up to the Barclays. Not with the Fans of Philly.
Yeah. Tell
That
us
was-
a little bit about that.
It was a great experience, actually.
So Rock went
That was
to
game
the
4, right?
Yeah, Rock went to the game where we swept the Nets in Brooklyn.
Correct.
Always interesting when somebody heads to enemy territory. Let's
Correct.
get a quick.
So it was. I'll give you a quick
let's make
rundown.
it quick 'cause this is supposed to be about the draft. Go ahead.
Yeah. Quick rundown. Last minute thing. I was like, you know what? Let's go up to the game. Went up there. First time in the Barclays. I don't know if anybody's been there, but that place is like, it feels like an expanded high school gym. So like,
Really?
Yeah. It's a stadium, obviously. But
Don't love it.
no, I loved it. I loved the
did love it.
feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like everything's enclosed. It feels like the entire gym is on top of you. You know what I mean? So if you're on the court, and they had that thing where just the court is illuminated. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but
I haven't. Oh, so it's dark everywhere.
it's
but the
dark
court?
everywhere except the court. So it feels like everything's on top of you. It's super loud in there. The place was cool, though. The food, way better than Yankee Stadium. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that much.
No hibachi and.
No hibachi. They had like a bunch of local.
So you're
Brooklyn
saying you
shit.
didn't get chicken and waffles?
No, but I did get a cheesesteak from a place called Federoff's to try it out. I heard about it. It was terrible.
A cheesesteak in Brooklyn.
With ketchup.
I did have ketchup on it, by the way.
Stay back with your ketchup hate, Mel Kiper.
I wanted to try it out, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this cheesesteak. Heard about this place, Federoff's. Actually, a guy from Philadelphia started that up
It's
there.
called Federal or
Federoff's.
Federal.
Yeah,
I was
I
going
got
to say.
excited. I was like,
I was
we
going
got-
to say
we
we
got
might
the
have a little
Postas
bit of
out
an
there,
issue.
right?
But
Might
anyway,
have
the
an issue.
cheesesteak was about $18.
Okay.
It was about the size of a Wawa shorty. It tastes like maybe dog meat was on it, maybe horse meat. Not really
wow.
sure. Yeah, it wasn't
You're
good.
not painting a rosy picture.
Yeah, it
of this.
wasn't good. But the game itself was great. The Philadelphia Sixers fans basically took that place over that day. They got the sweep. It was loud. It was just a good time. You know, the one thing I did notice, like, you know, you go to, or you see on TV, you always see, like, when you watch a Knicks game, it's like, oh, who's the celebrities in the crowd?
Oh, yeah. Some celebs?
So there were some celebrities in the crowd, but it felt like it was, like, a B-list crowd of celebrities.
Who was, like, the coolest celeb that you saw?
So
It was Rock.
It was Rock.
No.
Thanks,
no.
Mel. Yep.
So I think
Mel knows.
So they had, like, Vision from X-Men. You know, Vision, the guy who plays Vision.
Oh, man, I'm so out on that whole thing, man.
Right? So we had Vision
Shit,
from the
Marvel.
X-Men.
I eat ketchup on my cheesesteaks, and I don't watch Marvel.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
sorry.
Who else was there? The biggest star there was there was some group. I forget what they. It was a group with 3 sisters. I don't know what the hell their name was. I have it in my
Destiny's
notes.
Child?
No, they were white chicks. Hold on, I got it in my notes.
He's got notes.
I got notes, folks.
Yeah, by the way, you told me you had notes. Can we get to your
Cardinals pick
notes?
is in.
After trading the 3rd pick, the Cardinals are back in at 6.
Okay.
So they-
Cardinals about to pick.
They trade back up.
Yeah, it was.
This is exciting.
Haim, you know Haim? Anybody know the group Haim?
Yeah.
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 Oh, Tom knows them.
Yeah,
anyway,
sure.
3 girls. They were their celebrities. But the bigger celebrity there was French Montana.
Oh.
If anybody knows who French Montana is. Yeah, so
Oh, that was
there's-
bad French
there's
Montana sing.
Yeah, that was terrible, Mel. Keep that
Okay.
down. So their celebrity selection was weak, but overall, good time. I feel like that's the kind of gym that the Sixers need to play in. It's like, I feel like that would be very imposing for the visiting team to come play in that kind of arena with like everybody on top of you. The lights are shining down on you, but just a good time overall. Wait for Philadelphians
I
representing
know
up
you
there.
were posting some content from up there. I appreciate you going
Yeah, no
out
doubt,
there
no
and
doubt.
doing that, heading into enemy territory. We're going to be doing a lot more of that with fans of Philly in the coming months, especially
Mm-hmm.
when we get into Eagle season. Very excited for that. Go to provoke other people. It's going to be awesome. But getting back to the draft, right, because that's what we're all about here tonight, what I was saying is this. You're always thinking, what's the decision between need? And I think fans have no choice but to think need, because how do we really know the best player available? Right? Like, we're not watching extensive tape. I was watching today YouTube highlights on, like, the top 10 guys,
hold on,
and I
here
was
we go.
making, like,
We're in.
big decisions.
There's no decisions to be made
The pick
today.
is coming in here on the Cardinals as we speak, folks. Roger is giving it Paris Johnson. That was a guy we were looking at.
Yeah.
All right.
That's who I wanted. I'll tell you
You got
that straight
Jalen
up.
Carter
Wow,
still
this is
there
getting
for the,
dramatic.
You got Jalen Carter still there
Chances
for the
of a trade
Eagles,
back.
Bijan.
How he's gonna
Dev, are you looking at the
How
TV?
he's gonna go get it?
You're cracking me up. Devin Caney's looking at me. I'm like, Dev, you're trying to tell me something. She's looking at the TV. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, Paris Johnson off the board. So, I don't know.
need versus want, or versus best player
Right. My
available.
point is this. Like, it's hard for us to say best player available, right? Now, as you get closer to 10, it's like Bijan might be best player available, right? And that's when, you know, it's funny because for the Eagles, got to make that
If you
decision.
value the running
So,
back that
well, hold
high.
on. How
Right.
about this?
If
Best
you
player
value running
available
back like that.
a couple of years ago was Jalen Hurts, and guess what we did? Took best player available.
Mel,
Over
we,
need, over need.
we have touched on that. And you know what, Mel? That's exactly right. And that's a scenario where it worked out.
How
right?
he knew that he
was
needed to
it.
have a backup.
Well, the question at that point is,
How he knew what the deal was.
did Howie know enough about Carson to know I better pick somebody? Or were they genuinely picking best player available? And I
probably a
know
little
one
bit of
thing.
both.
They value that backup quarterback position more than anything.
Right.
So you're
Now-
saying backup quarterback first round at 10 pick?
Well, I mean, hey. Well, you know, look, we're going to need
If
a
it's, the
backup
best, if
quarterback.
it's the best player available, I mean,
That's right. Well,
you got to have some. You got to work that need in there, man. Is all I'm saying.
my point is this.
especially early in the draft.
We don't
We're
know.
fans, though. I just want to want.
Well, let me
It
say
doesn't
this.
matter. Like,
We don't know best player available, and today I was watching like YouTube highlights, and it's so funny, and I don't blame the fans for like loving the great running back, you know, because for us it's either like a crazy skill position player like Bijan or like Justin Jefferson, or it's like someone who's just like such a badass that we're like, we love this guy, like Earl Thomas, or who was the Temple guy who actually got into all that trouble? He went to the 49ers. He was like this badass linebacker. Everybody's like, we need to get that guy, and then he got into trouble.
I don't
can't remember
remember
his name. But point is, nobody gives any love to the linemen, right? I was watching these YouTube videos, and it's funny. First couple guys I watched, they're defensive linemen, and I'm like, oh, hell yeah, this guy's massive. This is great. He's mashing people. And then I start watching the offensive line guys. I'm like, that's good technique. I mean, he's sliding, he's pushing. I like it. He's shifting. You know, he's pulling.
In terms of getting love, or do you mean like?
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's funny. Mark
It's not-
Goodell.
Dude, it's not sexy. They're not scoring touchdowns, man.
I know. It's like talk about drafting a lineman.
But think
we
about
all
it.
need it.
Right,
Nobody
but
wants
like
to talk
Lane
about
Johnson, Jason Kelsey, these guys are the bedrock of our draft, of our franchise. But it's so hard for us as fans to be like, yo, we want this lineman. All we hear now is, what's his name? Skoronski, right? Nobody wants Skoronski because, you know, he's a guard.
Ray Diddy's big on him.
Diddy wanted him?
Big on him.
Me personally, that's what I want in this first round, right? I want one of these.
I just want muscle.
Big corn-fed white boys from like Iowa or wherever. Lane Johnson is going to be gone probably in 2 years, right?
But here's the thing.
The Eagles' offensive line has been dominant for what? More than a decade,
That's
right?
how
You want to
they've
keep
been
that going.
relevant for so long.
But there are layers to that even. If you watch like the 2-minute YouTube highlights that I did today, you watch Skoronski, that guy's like all technique. I think he's like 6'4". You go and watch Paris Johnson or the other guy, DeJuan Johnson. These dudes are freaking huge. 6'8". They're just like mauling people.
They're all
right.
like
and so, like, but again, nobody's like, I want that 6'8" lineman that's going to maul people. That's not sexy.
You want the guy that's big and got the technique. Remember Sean Andrews?
Yes.
He was just a big dude, and he sucked.
They didn't evaluate his character as well. You know, he was going to be
fireman, offensive lineman.
foxhole guy.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Danny John, what's his name?
Watkins.
Danny Watkins, right. So it can go bad. But my point is this. As fans, we fall in love with that sexy skill player or that badass, defensive player. We're not really thinking.
I think we do when we have a need for that, right? So, like last year, we needed a wide receiver. We were like, we got to get a wide receiver. I feel like we have all those sexy skill players already on the team. So I think the fans this year will be a little bit more lenient if we pick a big oof of a lineman or a big D-tackle. That's the way I feel. That's the way I want to pick.
Howie's also earned the respect and the trust.
Exactly.
If he does pick a lineman, that it's a good pick.
Exactly.
Well, I think it's clear. Most of the, what you see, most of the, media stuff you see, they obviously want to create more depth in that defensive line rotation. So they're looking at these D tackles and D ends. A lot of these guys are falling down. Jalen Carter's still on the board, right? Am I right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's the guy who had some issues, with the car crash, and oh my God, these guys are wearing the big hats out here. No, he was just trying on a fan's big hat.
So, what do you want? First round.
Honestly, like the way this is shaping out, I think a lot of these defensive guys are falling to them. And I would say like Jalen Carter seems to be, a lot of people say he's the best player in the draft.
I'd love Jalen Carter.
He's still there. So I think you got to take a shot right there, man.
Listen, all we have to do is recreate that 20 Georgia team, and we're like halfway there.
Right. We have half the Georgia guys.
Yeah, listen, I don't know much about these players, but I did study up a little bit.
When Jordan Davis comes along this year, that could make all of this irrelevant.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it's funny. You look at but they haven't done anything when it comes to linebackers, and hopefully they're trusting Nakobe Dean.
They're not going to take a linebacker, man. You just know that's not going to happen. But from all my my research today, my hours worth of research.
Your research this evening?
It looks like to me the best players that we should take for our team is the guy. What's his name? Sarinsky? Sawarsky?
Fink.
Sawarsky Crystals? Or
can you unmute number one?
Oh no, we got a muted mic.
We got a guy going to the ATM. We got an ATM mic.
Anyway, Sawarsky.
Wait. No, lean into that mic. Tom, can you turn the mic towards him? How much money are you getting out? Come on, man. Play along. You want to.
Who do you
right
want the
into
Eagles?
That mic right
who do you want the Eagles to take at 10?
Cash tonight, and so since there wasn't enough cash, now I'm the one that has to do the ATM while also bringing cash.
Straight cash, homie.
Oh no! Wait. How much are you getting out?
30. Your friends need to do better.
$40.
Yeah, why you in this man's finances,
okay,
bro?
Wait, can I ask you a question real quick? Because I think about this all the time. Yeah. You're getting $40. You got to pay like $250 on that. So does it ever are you like, man, I should take 100 because the percentage I'm getting whacked on? Like, I want to know the ATM psychology. What do you think?
All the time. I mean, that's why I just avoid ATMs, but
Yeah.
Yo, get out of this man's finances.
Hey, thanks for participating.
Your friends got to take care
on the
of you,
ATM mic.
Thank you.
I'm going for more ketchup, by the way.
Thank you.
More ketchup.
Thank you, sir. For those of you guys who didn't watch the first episode that we did at Murphy's, we are set up in the position near to the ATM, and Mike Murphy has this as a cash-only establishment. So if you visit the ATM, you have the chance to be on the ATM microphone. Anyone else want to come to the ATM and get on the ATM microphone? John Bird, you need to come to the ATM. He can't hear us at all.
He's not paying any attention.
All right, where are we at here? We're got
talking
the Raiders.
about
Pick is in for the Raiders. What are they going to do?
I'm talking about what you want. And you want this guy, Jalen Carter, right?
Yeah, I just think, like, I was, I heard a little bit about his incident. It didn't sound like it was a,
Did somebody die from this incident?
Character flaw. Hey, Mark, can you ask Danielle who she wants us to pick? Oh, she doesn't care. Anyway, all right. I know, she's a Giants fan. I just want everyone to know.
Take it back.
Mark
Take it back.
Goodhart's wife, Danielle, is very knowledgeable about football, and she's a big gambler. She's a big gambler.
She's saying a wide receiver from Alabama.
But she's a Giants fan and a Mets fan. Mark, how do you get in bed with her every night? I'm sorry, that didn't come out right, man. Great Eagles suit.
Ask me about the ATM.
Great Eagles suit, buddy. Oh, my God.
Tyree Wilson is gone.
Oh, okay.
Jalen Carter.
He's
You might
dropping.
have to jump the Bears to get him, though.
He's dropping.
It's going to get interesting right here.
All right.
I like
What are
those
we at, Tom?
glasses. I like this guy's
Okay,
style.
so this is where it gets interesting for all of you psychopaths who are going to cry tears if we don't pick Bijan, because everyone is saying the Falcons are likely to potentially pick Bijan.
Why? They only have a quarterback.
That's what people are saying. I just see what people are saying. I mean, like the rest of us. I don't have any inside knowledge on this. Okay, so the Falcons pick is going to be very interesting. Also, by the way, gentlemen, if there's a pick or a trade that's going to go down, it's probably going to happen pretty soon, right?
Yep.
So we're in the trade hot zone.
Fink, what's the internet telling us? Fink, what's Twitter
Fink,
telling
do you
us?
see anything?
God.
What's Shams at?
Mel.
What's
I
Shams
was
telling us?
actually, I was actually being good at trying to pay attention.
Mel,
to this
how do you
today.
feel about Shams entering into the NFL zone, stealing
cool, man.
thunder?
Shams, your days are numbered.
Benny, what's up, dude? I love you, buddy. Let's go.
Who's
Shout
Benny?
out Benny.
Okay.
Oh, Benny.
Mel, you look into this for us, see what's going to happen. I feel a trade coming. I'm telling you, I feel it coming.
What else are we talking about tonight besides the draft? Anything?
Well,
Sixers are balling.
hey,
Or they
Sixers.
were balling.
You know what? This reminds me of a couple years ago when we lost to the Hawks, where everything started to go perfect, and then we just completely crapped our pants. Tom, your thoughts?
I don't know. We got him after watching Jimmy. What he's doing, it just.
Jimmy
I
Butler's a
wanna
scary
talk until we get out of
motherfucker.
this.
I'm working
Yo.
the phones
I
now
don't
for you,
wanna talk.
Jesse. Don't you
All
worry.
right. Hey, Mel's on the phone. Aleko, can you get Mel? He's working the phones. All right, thank you, Mel. Okay. Wait, can I say this real quick? Everybody's acting like we got some sort of gift that the Bucks were eliminated. Do they see Jimmy Butler? Does
No.
that look easy? Now, granted, they got a couple guys hurt.
Why don't we play the Knicks?
They don't reseed in the
reseeding.
playoffs,
No reseeding.
which is just a dumbass rule,
Yeah.
by the way.
Well,
But Jimmy Butler,
He's a man.
he is, but he can't win everything by himself, right?
He's going to come back to earth.
He's going to lose probably this next series. Let's be honest.
Well,
They could beat the Knicks.
here's what I know.
No.
This is my proclamation.
Are you
We're
scared
go-
of the Knicks?
Am I scared of the Knicks? No.
I'm not even paying attention to the Knicks. It's Celtics. I mean, obviously everyone here is worried about Celtics. But here's the thing. I'm claiming Eastern Conference Finals is the Tobias Harris revenge series.
I like it.
Against Jimmy Butler, where
I like
he makes
it.
him say his name. You know what I mean? Tobias Harris.
Pick
Mark
Pick
it
Jimmy
down.
Butler
Let's
over
go.
me? That's what you think is going to happen?
Yeah, let's go.
I like it.
Let's go. Quick pick. Oh, oh no, they're showing Carter.
He just got picked?
Pick is in for the Falcons. I'm there. I'm getting nervous here, folks.
So you think the Sixers are going to, what do you think? They're going up. They're probably going to go up against Boston. Are they playing today? Is that a game
Is that a game
They
today?
need a
I think it
The
is.
Hawks
Yeah, we
don't
got it
start
over
at
here.
8:30.
2-point game.
2-point
Look,
game.
if nothing else, as a Sixers fan, you got to look at the Hawks series and be like, man, that makes me feel like they're beatable.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, granted, Joel's a little banged up. I don't know how banged up he is. I think this might be a little bit of coach play, you know what I mean, with his injury.
I was hoping that was some gamesmanship.
Yeah,
until
I think
they
it's a little bit of
came
coach
out
play.
with an actual sprain.
But
That
it
makes it
seems a little bit
different.
more wide open this year than previous years. And I feel like, you know, the Sixers are a little bit, they should be hungry. They get disrespected every year.
I agree.
They got a chance right now to get to the
right
finals.
here.
Better
right now.
than
Let's go.
I mean, not better than previous years, but they have a chance. The Eastern
is better
Conference.
than
Yo,
any of the
are you
previous
pouring that
teams.
beer on me?
No,
What are you
no,
doing,
He's
dude?
playing better than he's ever played.
Yeah. No, look, aside from the potential for Embiid's knee injury to be actually serious, there's no reason they shouldn't take advantage of the situation. This is the time.
I think even
I'm
if they,
scared. I
even
just
if
don't
they
see
do
it. I'm
play
scared.
the Celtics, I think they got a shot, man.
Okay.
Bottom line, you see how the Hawks are playing them? It's the fucking Hawks.
But you know what? You said, why am I looking awkwardly at this beer? And it occurred to me that Kenwood Beer has been a big supporter of the podcast. And tonight, we have $4 Kenwoods.
Yeah!
$4 Kenwoods, which I think is a good deal, right? If you could drink 5 Kenwoods for $20, that's a good deal. If you could get, like, relatively tossed, as they say in Australia, for $20, is that a good deal?
They say that in Australia?
That was a good deal 25 years ago.
That's what I'm
when I
saying.
was drinking. That's an incredible
5
deal
beers for $20. Now, I understand this is only while the podcast is going. Where's Murph? Do these people know about the special? $4 Kenwood draft, people. Drink them.
$4.
Thank you to Kenwood for all your support. We appreciate you guys.
So anyway,
Love
back
you,
to the
Kenny.
Sixers. If they don't win it this year, it's time to blow it up. What do you think?
I don't think I'm ready to go there yet.
You see Jimmy, what makes me salty is you see Jimmy courting JoJo. He knows what he's doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
JoJo shouting out, Jimmy shouting out JoJo in the
Yeah, I
post
bet
game. He knows
JoJo would
what he's
like that
doing.
Miami
He does.
situation. Everybody
Exactly.
likes
It's
Miami.
I don't
warm
like
down
that.
there.
That's what makes
Listen,
me
can I tell you
nervous.
guys this? It's an exciting night. The draft is going on. The Sixers are, in good position. I'm not really ready to talk about JoJo leaving us. Can we just not talk about that? I think we need to get it back to the Eagles, baby. Because here we go. We are firing this thing. Mel, is there any updates? Are you seeing anything about hand size, about player strength, anything that we should know, Mel?
The Falcons pick is in, waiting for that info.
Yeah, you know what? And by the way, how annoying is it when you're watching it on ESPN? It's like the pick is in, and it's in for 17 minutes because
And
they
then
want
they
to show
get
you
a commercial
commercials.
break, and
It's garbage.
You know how many of these ads they sold? They got to go through these commercials.
I hear you. Well, look, this is the critical moment, okay, guys? This is a critical moment. These next couple picks.
Falcons are going to go
I'm
Levis
looking
right
over here
here.
at
It's
Devin
gonna go
Caney.
Levis. They're gonna
She's
go
got a
Levis.
sense of urgency in her eyes. Fink, do you see this in Devin's eyes?
That's you.
Fink, do you see this sense of urgency in Devin's eyes?
What are the Falcons going to do?
She's
there?
looking very,
She's got to pay attention, dude. She's got
Yeah,
work
she
to
does.
do. You know what I mean? She's got to comment on this in the morning. She's working.
What is she tweeting? Fink, check Devin's account. She's got inside knowledge. She's tweeting. All right, here we go. Pick is in. By the way, that draft looks so lame compared to when it was in Philly. There was not big gaps where you could spread your blanket out on the grass.
Yo, if the draft was
Are
in
you
Philly
with
this
me,
year,
Tom?
if the draft was in Philly this year, would you be down there?
Absolutely.
The NFL draft?
You're fucking
weren't you
lying.
there?
No, I was not there.
Oh, you're such a you're a fraud, dude. I was down there. I had my kid there early on. He ran through the obstacle course. Then I gave him to his mom. I made his mom come pick him up. Damn, she's here tonight. I hope she didn't hear
Yeah,
that. Okay.
I don't think the
No, no,
speaker's
no.
working, so you're good.
She came, picked my son up, and then I met the homies, and we got as close as possible by the Art Museum statue, because that's how we do this.
That's it.
So you saw the pick.
Yeah, it was
saw-
Derek Barnett. And then Sidney Jones in the second round. I was like, hell yeah, it's a great pick.
Is that hamstring still torn?
I don't know. No, it was Achilles.
Oh,
I don't know, man. Something about spending a few hours down there while these guys are just bringing picks in doesn't sound
That's
that
'cause
exciting
you're not
to me,
a
man.
true fan,
I don't
man.
know. What do you mean I'm not a
You
true
don't want to
fan?
mix it up with your...
I love
People going
football.
down
What are you
there
talking
for
about,
That was
dude?
it.
Well, you didn't want to go to the NFL draft in your city? And by the way,
I just didn't have a chance to
the
make it down
NFL
there.
said we're never coming back to Philly.
I don't blame them, dude.
That was cool, but we're never coming back to Philly. You know why? Because it's the one dude who put his bare ass on top of the Cowboys thing. Fink, was that you?
Yeah, shout out to that dude.
By the
man.
way, Fink,
No
I saw
comment,
your
no
bare ass
comment.
on Twitter today.
Yeah,
If we
that-
could
Fink's
find-
bare
I
ass
don't know
came
where
back
that
on
one came
Twitter.
from.
All right, here we
can
go.
find
Let's
that
see.
guy.
Here we go.
Here it is.
Jesse's nervous.
I am
Jesse, you're
nervous.
making me nervous.
It would be exciting if they took Bijan.
They had beat Falcons.
What do we got?
Put my
Took a
goggles
quarterback.
This kid's gonna blow it.
My God, this
blowing it,
kid's
kid.
gonna blow it.
This
Fink,
dude's
come on,
shitting his
man.
He's
pants.
blowing it.
This kid's doing great.
Anyway,
Is he? No, he is.
They took Bijan.
Bijan
See?
Robinson.
There you go.
that's why the Falcons will always be garbage,
Howard
dude.
Eskin was right. The Eagles were
blew it.
never going to take Bijan Robinson. I'm sorry, it's a fact.
Good.
Hey,
Good.
get yourselves ready for the
The
Skaronski pick,
Eagles have
folks.
traded up.
Get ready for
Did you
the
hear that? The
Skaronski
Eagles have
pick.
traded up.
Uh-oh.
Eagles have traded up.
They're
Eagles
going-
have traded
Yeah,
up.
They trade up. They're going to get Rodgers. They're going to get Jalen. Bring him home. Come home, baby. Come
We
home.
got a live update. Got a
Breaking
live
news. Mel, break the news. Let's let Mel break the
The
news.
Bears have traded pick 9 to the Eagles for pick 10 and a 4th-round pick in 2024.
All right.
Let's
sources.
go. Who cares
My
about
sources.
2024?
Who's your sources, Mel?
Devin Scheffler, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Shams. I said Shams. I can't even talk. Okay. So the Eagles
are
trade
up.
up. They obviously want Jalen. Devin, thumbs
Let's
up
go.
if you think
Let's
it's
go.
Jalen
Let's get it.
Carter.
Bring him home. Come on.
Oh, she doesn't know. She doesn't know.
That's that muscle.
I think
She
it's
got-
Here
Jalen
comes
Carter.
the muscle.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he should wear number 2.
All right, we got 8 minutes and 42 seconds according to ESPN. And by the way, let me say this. If you're watching this right now and you're choosing to spend your draft night with us, I thank you. I mean, that means a lot to me.
I got you, Jesse. I know
especially
it.
all
I
those
know
in
it.
the
You know
chat.
it?
I
We-
know
we
it.
see you in
Who
the
you got?
chat.
Do you want me to
Jay.
spoil it?
Somebody tweeted it?
You want me to spoil
Hell
it?
yeah, I want you to spoil it.
You want you to break it. We don't want you to spoil it. We want you to break it.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter, baby. Okay.
All right, all
Told you,
right.
Bring her home. Bring our boy home. Let's go.
We got the 2 dogs in the middle there now. We
This
got the
is
2
what we
dogs down there in the
wanted,
trenches.
Best
That was
available.
my best available.
You had it all along.
Wait, hold on. Jalen Carter is definitely on my best available list. Let me just pull it up. Jalen Carter. Boom. Done. Let's go. All right, so this is exciting.
Yeah.
There's going to be people. See, the problem is when you have somebody like Bijan, who everyone's all focused on, people are going to watch him for the rest of the time. Like, oh, we could have taken Bijan Robinson.
So this Bijan Robinson pick feels like Saquon Barkley. Who the fuck's that? Who's their quarterback? Is it still Mariota?
No, we have
Ritter.
Mariota. Now that
That's
is
our backup.
awesome.
Who's their
That is
quarterback?
awesome.
That's our backup that you're talking about how we always have great backups earlier. That's who it was.
Fair enough. Who's their quarterback?
Desmond Ritter.
Desmond who?
It's not Jalen? Oh, it is Jalen? Okay. Now we're going to have multiple Jalens. That's a lot of Jalens.
So anyway, who are the Falcons quarterback? Who's their quarterback? Anybody know?
Let's talk about the Falcons
Desmond
quarterback.
Ritter.
Yeah, Ritter.
Yeah,
Ritter.
Riddler,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Riddler?
Yeah.
All right, so
They're
they
riding with the Riddler.
They got the Riddler to Bijan. This is not going to work out, dude. Look about what Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley. Them dudes they've been losers, man. They're great, fantastic running backs, but they're losers. You got to go to a good team to be a running back and win. Bottom line. Thank you,
Meech.
Eagles, for not moving up and picking
I
this
feel
guy.
like,
Giants, and they were
guys, I feel
garbage,
like
and he was
Meech
pretty
is
good.
watching this.
He
Meech,
might be.
If you're watching this, can you tell us? Communicate with us, like ET or something.
Yo, I honestly hope Meech is okay, to be honest with you guys.
No, Meech is watching this, dude. I'm telling you. He's watching.
I don't think he is.
He went to the matinee
Meech,
Phillies game.
send us
so,
a signal, man.
Meech is either passed out or he's in a bad situation. Bottom line.
We're looking up to see if he got arrested.
Or he got arrested.
Okay, we're doing some research to see
else
if
we
Meech
talking
showed
tonight?
up. All right, we gotta see this pick come through. I'm gonna take a bit of a deviation real quick while the Eagles make their pick. Tom, how's the food truck working out?
The food truck is amazing.
I have seen the
you
Federal
seen it?
Donuts food truck bopping around.
Jess, we pull up, get the hot fresh donuts made for you,
Chicken sandwich? Are you guys cooking in there?
tenders. It's a
Hold on.
store on wheels, dude.
Yo, I
A
had the
whole
tenders
ass
at
store on wheels.
CBP. Absolute fire. All right, so
Wait, what food truck are we talking about? What's this
Federal
company?
Donuts got a food truck now.
I didn't even hear the
We can cater
name.
your event. We can come to your work, Raj.
do you do
Okay.
like
Talk to your
that's-
events department.
that would be
Okay.
a heavy situation. Okay, what
Yeah, I
about
don't
birthday
Let me get
parties,
that
bar
government money,
mitzvahs?
Yes.
Birthday
pick is
bar
in.
mitzvahs? Okay.
Graduations.
All right, sounds like the pick is
Never
in.
mind.
What's the what's the minimum amount
some friends here
that
in the
needs to be
house for
spent
an
to get the
event
truck
next
in
year?
there?
Oh, good heart. Wait, what's going on here? I know, that's Bijan.
We
That's
traded for
Bijan.
Bijan, guys. There it
We
is.
traded for Bijan. I got to tell you, the logistics of the draft show, it's a lot. You know what I mean?
A lot of moving
What's
parts,
going
man. There's a lot
on?
of
I'm
moving
looking at
parts.
the TV.
How much have you had to drink there, buddy? How much have you had to
I've
drink?
had
Picking up from
2
each a little bit
beers,
as
and
well.
you forced me into the whiskey, so I blame you.
All right.
I blame you. Okay, so here's the question. Jalen Carter with the 9th pick, and then we keeping the later round, or the pick at the end of the round, are we going to trade that?
They'll trade it out and get like a mid-round
Yeah, I think we're
pick
going
or
to trade
something,
that.
right?
We'll see. A lot of people have been talking about us getting an Alabama running back. So,
Yeah,
you
we
know.
don't. What's up with the fucking running backs? We don't need a running back. We do not need a
I
running
mean,
back.
are you in love with Kenneth Gainwell
Yes.
and Boston Scott?
Kenny G is the fucking
And
man, bro.
Rashad Penny?
Killer.
Yes.
I love
I'm
Boston.
good with all those guys. The combination of them
Yeah,
equals.
you don't want anything else? I'd be
I'll take
surprised.
I'll take Derrick Henry on the however we get him, dude. We'll
Yeah,
get
I'll
him
take
somehow.
Derrick Henry too,
Some
but you
way,
got to pay the guy,
somehow.
man.
A lot of
Come on.
carries.
Okay.
I know he's a beast, but that dude has a lot of carries.
So what?
You only
All
got
right.
him for 1 year.
So it's a swap from 9 to 10 and a 2024 4th-round pick for the Bears. Howie will get that back in spades in no time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
He's not worried about that. That's 2 years away. Actually, that's next year. Jeez.
Let's go.
All right, pick
Howie.
I
is in.
can't
The
believe
pick is in.
2024 is
Let's
next
go.
year. I'm sorry. That sounds crazy to me. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll, please.
We already know what it is.
I'm kind of excited to be
We know what
on
it
live
is.
while this is happening.
Yeah, can we bring up some
I broke
video
it
of this
first.
guy?
I broke it first.
Yeah, Fink,
Mel
Fink
Kiper, Fink
Fink
broke
Kiper.
this first. Give him credit where credit is due. Let's go. It's coming in. Thank you to Kenwood, fans of Philly, the Good Heart Law Firm. Boo! Here it comes.
There's that.
Roger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes.
Here we go. Here it comes. The Eagles slapped.
There we go. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Yes, we got a dog.
Look, you gotta feel like this is a guy who some people said is the best player in the draft. Okay? And the board fell to you. How he did what he does.
Our boy checking in from Atlanta. There's a perfect replacement for Javon Hargrave right there.
There you go.
There you go.
Thank you, Pat. All the way from
And
the
you know,
ATL.
I bet a lot of people were thinking when we named this episode the Draft King, they weren't sure. But this is Howie just doing Howie things. Okay? It fell to him. He capitalized. Here you go. A guy that people say could be the best player in the draft. Let's go, baby.
I saw some
I'm
highlights of
psyched.
him earlier. I was getting my hair cut. I was getting faded, and I saw him just pick up like a 6'4".
Wait, you were
dude.
getting faded in terms of getting your hair cut, or were you?
I was getting my
bit of
haircut
both?
faded. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I
See,
saw this guy. This dude looks like a
times.
fucking beast. He looks like an animal. I saw him just like throwing people out the way. He got to a quarterback. This quarterback was like 6'4". I don't know what he was, but he picked him up like a child. I'm happy with this
child.
pick.
Muscle.
He's a dog. Now we got 2 dogs in the
Muscle.
trenches. Right? He's going to be with a good friend of his. I'm sure he's good friends, right?
Yeah, Jordan Davis.
They got to be good friends. So this is like
Bring
this
us.
is the kind of-
Okay. By the way, the Georgia Bulldogs have won the last 2 national championships.
Exactly, that's what I'm
so-
saying.
After defense. That's what
And
I'm
you
saying.
know
Bring
what?
them all home. Bring them all.
Truth is, after they drafted Jalen Reagor from TCU and a lot of other questionable
Yo, fuck
divisions,
Jalen Reagor, dude.
Howie was just like, I'm going to go draft a bunch of people from the national champions.
Or just
Makes
the
sense.
SEC. Don't even fucking
You know what it
just
was?
stay
He
in the
probably
SEC.
saw
Don't
that
leave it.
JJ won the championship. He's like, you know what? That's the way to go. But anyway,
That's my guy.
you can't put
Let's go.
money or a name on like having 2 people who are like probably good friends playing together, feeding off each other. JD's a year in the league. I like the pick. I like the
Welcome
pick.
to the Eagles.
Fletcher
Jalen
Cox.
Carter,
Yeah,
baby.
welcome.
He's gonna
Let's
learn.
go.
He's gonna learn
Let's
a little
go.
bit from Fletch.
I got
Yeah.
all the donuts, coffee,
Fletch
and fried
will
chicken
teach
you want
'em.
waiting for you. Come see us at the
Shout
shop.
out to
that
the Eagles
coffee?
Cup. Eagles
Let's
coffee.
go. Jalen Carter, baby.
All right.
Let's go.
So we got the live pick on the podcast.
Okay, wait, let me
First-
ask you a question.
What?
Now can you answer my question that we were going to actually turn the page from the Super Bowl? We got a guy that we like. Can we turn
Let's
the
go.
page?
Let's go. We're winning it.
We're turning the
We're
page.
winning it.
Eagles, Super Bowl. And guys, what's a better way to turn the page than to think about what we're doing next year as a family? Fink, can you please get me the fans of Philly plan? Because I want to go through this now. We have Jalen Carter here.
Yeah,
That's very exciting.
You guys were talking about going to KC.
Yeah, but
Is that
here's the
still-
thing. Things have changed a little bit.
Okay.
Is that
Not me.
is that a
Me? Oh, shit.
That's a call from the
It's
war
Meech.
room.
Hold on, it's Meech.
Oh
Meech,
shit,
what's up,
Me's
dog?
just calling Tom.
Yeah, can we put that
Tell him
on the
it's
speaker?
live.
Can
Tell
we
him
put
it's
that
live.
on the speaker?
Speakerphone.
Hold on.
Speakerphone.
Meech,
Yo,
what's
by
up?
the way, this
Hold on.
guy right here
Shut up,
annoys
honey.
the shit out of me.
Where you at?
I don't know if anybody's watching the draft right now. The Eagles sports guy annoys the fuck out of me. Anybody else?
Well, you know what?
All right, you're all right,
I don't
dude.
know, man. That
Meech
guy
is
just
okay.
annoyed me.
Meech is okay.
Meech is okay, everybody.
He's
Meech is
He's
okay.
Thank goodness.
I know the fans
We love
of
you.
the City
We miss
Pigeons
you.
Podcast are worried about
What's
Meech.
his excuse?
He's okay.
We're here.
He's
and,
okay.
We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
What's
Meech.
his excuse?
Meech,
Can we-
log
He's
on.
bummed. He's bummed.
What's
Log
his
on, buddy.
excuse? So we like to hear his
He fell
excuse.
asleep, I'm sure.
Wow.
We love you,
Okay.
Meech.
Okay, Fink, what's going on over there?
Can we get Meech to?
So the photos wouldn't mesh together, but I got it.
All right,
I
pull
got,
that up.
I got where they're going. We're going to Kansas City this
All right,
year.
'cause here's the deal. I originally said Kansas City was the best trip that they were having, which makes a lot of sense. And we want to go in there and cause some ruckus and try to avenge
out on that KC
our
trip,
Super Bowl
bro.
loss. But here's the thing: since that time, guys, we did the podcast with Jimmy Garecki,
Yeah.
who's a Philly native,
Planted
based
in LA.
out in LA.
Great ambassador for the city.
And we're playing the Rams out there at SoFi,
Let's go.
I'm wondering, do we go to LA and just hit up Jimmy and just say, let's just make a huge
I want to know what
party
the
with
other
this?
options are. We've watched the Eagles play the Rams in LA. I know the stadium's new.
No game
I
is
know
ever
that-
topping that, let's be honest.
Yeah, I know. I know the stadium's new. The weather's nice
Yeah.
out there, but I like to see the other options. What else
All
we
right.
got out there?
Well,
Fans
think-
of Philly, what do we have?
Seattle.
I'm out.
Oh, I'm in for Seattle. That
Nah.
sounds fun.
Actually, Rock and I have been to the fish market like 7
We were
times.
just in Seattle a couple months
It's
ago.
a random
I'm out.
story.
I'm out.
We always go out there to go on our snowboarding
We
trips.
got Tampa Bay,
Maybe. That's a possibility.
strip club capital of the United States.
Toss it up.
I won't be participating. My wife is here.
I did not say that.
Mel Kiper
New
has-
Jess,
England.
remember that time we were at the
Kiper
strip
has,
club? Remember that time we were at the strip
Hold
club?
up. By the way, Tampa Bay has nothing. Like, what are we going to see there? What do you got? Is Meech in the chat?
No, we got Mel Kiper's got somebody, whoever's working that wig, working the computer is hot AF.
No, the
shit.
cameras. The cameras. That's a Lecco.
What?
No, the guy with the silver laptop with all the stickers on it, role played as a vampire with that wig.
And they said, "Why is the guy?"
By the way, there's no way Aleko's
Who's saying this? Who's saying this in the
That's
chat?
great. Jill, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is Meech in the chat? Is what I want to
We
know.
should do more.
No.
we
more
still don't know where
content.
Meech is at. I don't even know if that was really
He's
Meech
there.
calling.
It was him. It was him.
Okay.
Meech, we love you. I feel
Fink,
bad. He
wait.
was bummed, man.
What are
you
the
know he's gonna
other
feel bad. We have to-
options for
we have to
the-
let him down
We
soft.
got a
All right.
trip to Foxborough for New England.
What
Nope.
month is that?
Foxborough
So we don't know when the
Schedule's
schedule
not
is.
out
Schedule's
yet.
not out yet.
Nope.
I don't want to be out in some
Nope.
like suburb 45 minutes. Foxborough sucks. Patriots suck. I have no. Well, I mean, if you do want to go on that trip, though, that's a good trip. I'm not trying to.
Yeah,
it's
why
not
are
a
there
bad
so many
trip.
people in that room?
I hate the Patriots.
Who else we got?
Then you got Dallas,
Foxborough.
New York, New York, and
Dallas?
DC.
Yo, should we go to? I think we need to go
I'm
to
Dallas. I'm down with Dallas.
Dallas
Let's
would
go
be
to
a problem.
Dallas.
I've never been to
and start
Texas
some shit.
before in my
That's not
life.
gonna
I
end
would love to go to
well.
Dallas
There's
and
no
watch
way.
a
You've
game
never been
there.
to Texas?
I have never been to Texas in my life.
Yo, Rock has never been to Texas.
Me neither.
Rock's got it. You,
Fink, have
Mel?
you left the Northeast?
I'm here tonight, right?
Mel, have you left the
Come down from
Northeast?
Fink, have you left the Northeast? That's good.
This is the farthest west I've been.
Fink is thankful to the City Pigeons Podcast for
Yo.
getting him out of the Northeast.
City
Past the art
Pigeons,
museum,
fans of
he's like,
Philly.
is
We're
that
going
Drexel?
to Dallas, dude. Let's go to Dallas. I'm with that
All
one.
right, I'm either going to Kansas City, LA, or Dallas. We got to talk to Jimmy.
Kansas City's got too many variables, right? It could be shitty weather. Like if the game's in like December, the weather could be terrible, right?
You could lose
So
again.
what? That's
They
what
could
you
lose
want.
again.
You don't go to Lambeau Field and say the weather's terrible. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
Let's
you
get
got to
that
think about
barbecue
the
poppin'.
activities outside of the game, though, man. You got
Yeah,
to think about
barbecue?
the barbecue.
Yeah, they
All right, so we're gonna have a weekend of eating barbecue
Okay.
and watching the game.
Hold on, stop for a second. Tom, I need you to factor into this because you're a food connoisseur. Look, don't you want to go somewhere that has a legit scene? Like, okay.
Like Dallas?
My first choice would be to go to Bill's Mafia and experience that. That's
That'd be
not
the
gonna happen. But Kansas City, they got legit, like, they're cooking smokers at like 8 in the morning. Why the hell?
Kansas City
If we, by the way,
Kansas City, are we
Did
in
you not
Kansas
see
City?
our
Yeah.
tailgate last time with the meats?
By the way, if we go to
Kansas
SoFi
City.
Stadium, isn't
I'm
it-
fine.
I'm with
Kansas City,
I'm
they'll
with
put us
Fink
up.
Kuiper over here. I don't want to go to Kansas City. I'm out.
what are you afraid of?
What do you mean?
They could lose the game. It could be
So
deep.
what?
It could be deep in the season. You know what I mean? It could be minus
Wait a
3
second, the
degrees
Chiefs did
outside
boo- they
there.
booed you
There's
to
not
the
much
few years
to. I
ago,
mean,
too.
Scared money don't make
I got
none,
a
Rob.
feeling there's not gonna be much to do
You
in
shook
Kansas
one.
City. I would like to go somewhere where I know it's going to be probably warm. The Eagles can probably get a victory, and we can probably have some activities to do outside of the actual
know what?
game
It's
Yeah,
a
I
home
think-
game in the fall.
Tom, I think he's soft. He needs so many probablys to come true.
A home game
Look,
in the fall,
I
Rock.
would
That's
rather
what you
go. I would rather go to Lambeau or Arrowhead,
Absolutely.
somewhere there's a real fan base, and
Absolutely.
mix it up with real people.
Buffalo. I would love to go to Buffalo. I would love to go bang with
Buffalo would be cool
I
because
wanna be
I could just
warm.
drive up there.
And by the way, if
If
you go
I'm
to
gonna- I wanna
Dallas,
be
you're gonna be like,
warm.
"This sucks."
I'm going to
I
LA.
wanna
I'm
go
going to
to
Texas.
Dallas is
I
like
don't
going
wanna have
to like the Mall of America, dude. AT&T.
have you been to a game in
Not
Dallas?
I've been to Dallas, but I have actually been to a game in Dallas, but not AT&T Stadium. This is old school. Before you even watching the Eagles, I went to a game down there.
All right.
That's how we. That's
Who
how
were you,
we
like
roll.
10?
All right.
That's fucking old. Yeah, I was like 10.
All
Yeah, I
right.
was 10.
So you don't remember it. So we're going to go down to AT&T and turn up down there.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
We're going to be like Donovan coming out the tunnel with the little guitar shit.
Yeah, play
That's
the
going to be
guitar.
us, bro.
All right. How long have we been doing this? Who knows what time it is? Alexa, can you give me a time count
We got
on this,
40,
baby?
We're at 50. We're about 50 minutes right now.
50. Oof.
It's not bad.
Yeah, what else are you talking about tonight?
All right, I got something. I want to pivot real
I
quick.
gotta be honest, the chat's been more exciting than we have at times. So
I love
thank
it.
you. Thank
Yo,
you.
whoever's in the
48
chat,
minutes.
You're our people. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Squirrel said, I saw you said
Oh,
he's not
Squirrel.
here.
The one guy
Oh,
said
amazing.
Dr.
Squirrel,
Draft King was
my
a
guy,
documentary.
This wasn't in the chat, but he said he's not hearing enough belligerent bird in the background.
Yo, Bird.
Where's Trev?
Fox, what up, dude? All right, we got some of our
Oh,
homies.
my man Wolf
Yo,
over there.
Thanks for everybody
What up,
coming
though?
down. Check it out. Look at Fink, though. He looks so good. I can see
Oh, there it is. There it is.
I can
There
see
it
it
is.
right
That's
here.
the good one. That's
All
the
right,
good angle.
I want to do one thing because you guys know I want to get into this. And I think this will be a fun way to finish this thing off because we're not staying on until the Eagles pick at 30, right?
Oh, we're
Because
definitely
that's just too long. We
I'll
can't
be
do
in
that.
bed by then, buddy.
Yeah, we'll be in
Let's
bed.
be
Okay.
honest.
So I got to thinking, and we had a little fun with Howie, Draft King, all that. And I think people it's so funny to have watched Howie's roller coaster ride from genius to banished by
Right,
Chip
right.
Kelly and up and down.
Yeah.
But I think we can admit he's kind of a quirky dude. He's
Yeah.
got the funny voice, the
sure.
vanilla chocolate.
That's who you want, though.
I'm just saying though, so many funny sound bites. It just got me thinking. I think we can agree. And Howie, no disrespect, he's a little bit of a kind of. He's a little nerdy. You know what I mean? You hear
He's
me,
very
right?
nerdy. He's
Yeah,
very
a
nerdy.
little
Let's be
nerdy.
honest. Come on, man.
He's like the nerdy guy
He's a
that
little
tries to be
Weasley,
cool.
man. Remember they used to call him he's like
Yeah.
a Weasley type of nerdy dude. Yeah.
It just got me thinking a little bit when you're watching sports and whether it's front office or players, there's these guys who you're looking at who make it to positions of influence. You're like, man, that guy, man, he's a little bit,
how?
he's a little bit of a nerd.
How did he get there?
And so I thought it would be fun to do an exercise where we're talking about the nerdiest notable Philly sports characters. So I thought that would be a fun exercise. And I know you guys have hopefully thought about this a little bit.
Yes, you gave us our homework, and we
Yeah.
have thought about it.
We did
And
our homework.
right off the bat, and by the way, Howie, you've done a lot of good things, man. We appreciate you.
Namdi.
We appreciate you. Yeah, and and here's a good point. I said to these
low-key
guys,
nerd.
it could be players, it could be front office, it could be anybody.
People in
for
the
that
media,
matter.
whatever it is, yeah.
Let's have an open conversation about this. And
Well, we can't. That'd be half the media.
I'll start it right off, just with a couple, right? I'm going to go straight to the apex on this. Josh Harris. I'm sorry. When I watch Josh Harris behind a microphone, I'm just I don't know how you get to that point. I mean, you must be real smart about how you manage money and all that. But, your people skills and everything else just leaves a lot to be desired. And, to me, that's the apex, nerdy guy that just...
I would walk past Josh Harris and not know who he was at this point in my life.
Is that possible?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
For me. He's very under the radar, though. You know what I mean?
No way.
You don't think so?
You're telling me, Josh, you wouldn't know who Josh Harris is. Is that Joe?
It's a big
All right,
dude.
hey, I'm getting you on. Just hang for a sec. Okay, so Howie inspired this, right? And you've got Josh Harris, in my opinion. Who else comes to mind for you, right off the bat?
So I didn't know if it was are you talking about current Philadelphia people? Because the first person that came to me off the bat was Carson Wentz, dude. That dude with his fucking terrible outfits, first of all.
So that was my number one in the player category. Who
Okay.
he was trying so hard, but the outfits were just something
They
that
were
I
so
just
bad.
couldn't.
Yeah, it was the outfits and I know I don't want to disrespect anyone, but something rubs me the wrong way in being nerdy when someone's always about the God talk. You know what I mean? It's God this, Jesus this.
I hear
first.
you, but I'll push back. No one is talking about B-Dog being nerdy, man.
Well, yeah, he had that. He was hallelujah.
Yeah,
you know
man.
what
I mean, come on, dude.
It's
B-Dog, you can't.
It's something
that's
different.
No, that's a double standard.
You got the AO1 Foundation.
I know.
Shout out to them. For
Look,
doing good things.
he didn't
in the
do
community,
anything
but
cool.
Food truck, thy kingdom come.
Look, I will say
Listen,
this.
we're not going to get on the religion shit. No, we're not
in
going to
his
get off on
defense,
that.
he tried to do good things, but he was too much of a nerd.
He was just
couldn't
very
pull it off.
nerdy and very corny. His
Right.
outfits rubbed me the wrong way.
So
I
that's
remember,
the top guy for you, Carson
that wasn't
Wentz.
the top guy, but it was one of the
All
top
right,
guys.
Fink, who
yes.
do you got?
Ben Simmons.
Okay, so this is
He's a
interesting.
fucking.
Okay,
Mel, cool out,
I'm
bro.
tired of Ben
No.
Simmons.
He was not a nerd, though.
No. It's funny because I was talking about this with my son, who's 10 years old, and he said Ben Simmons, and I said, I don't think Ben Simmons was a nerd.
He was too cool for school, if
Exactly.
anything.
Like, he wasn't a nerd.
And that makes you. He tries too hard. He's a try hard.
You know what I was thinking was, remember Evan Turner?
That's who I had on my list. Based off of his voice alone, is Evan Turner.
Yeah,
dude.
he had like that Kermit
Sound like
voice.
Kermit.
Evan Turner.
He was on my list. I also have Richie Kotite on the list, right?
See, that's funny. I don't know Rich Kotite. I mean, he was not a great coach, but I don't look at him as a nerd.
Dude, you look at Rich Kotite, you see stockbroker, nerdy dude, fucking.
You think Rich Kotite was a stockbroker?
You
I
look
think
at
you're
him-
off.
I mean, maybe everybody from that era with like the big ass fucking shades and like you look at him in a suit, you see him being like Wall Street, blowing deals,
All
like
right, Tom's
making
back.
bad
Tom,
picks.
You're with me on the older side. You think Rich Kotite was a nerd?
Yeah, he's definitely.
You thought he was a nerd?
He's definitely.
But not in like
Richie
a
Kotite was
stockbroker
a
kind of way.
Yeah, dude, you
No,
look
not-
at
no.
if you put Richie Kotite in a suit, he's that nerdy guy running into a courtroom in a fucking bad movie scene with papers flying out everywhere and like about to make bad decisions for his fucking client. Bottom line, Richie Kotite
Definitely
was a
not the
nerdy
most
dude.
charismatic
That's
guy.
I don't
Yeah.
want to go
That's
too
a
off
great-
topic
Oh my
here, Jesse.
God.
Totally
I can't
accurate.
believe it.
Somebody,
okay.
Jesse, somebody checked in. Our
Yeah.
buddy Chris Lawrence and said he went to KC for the loss in 2017, and it was definitely the best away trip in the States
Yeah.
he's ever been to.
That's not surprising.
He said he's
Thank
been to
you.
Cincinnati,
Yeah, Howie is the
London, Buffalo,
quintessential
Vegas,
nerd.
and Arizona.
Yeah. I mean, Kansas City's a must.
AC would be the move.
By the way, anyone in the chat that's got a super nerdy, notable character, please drop that in there.
Who else you got on your
I
list?
got another
Howie
one.
is the
This is
quintessential.
kind of related to Josh Harris, but this one is it just jumps out at me. Adam Aaron. I mean, you guys remember.
I don't even
he
know who that is. I can't
God.
remember Adam
When
Aaron.
Josh Harris and that ownership group came in, Adam Aaron came in. He was the guy that was, Fink, this will hit with you. He was the one who oversaw the mascot search with like all sorts of weird mascot, the moose and shit.
The
you know?
Moose, we got
Yeah.
Benny Franklin,
Guy
Philly
couldn't have been
Moose.
more disconnected from the people.
Shout out Franklin, by the way.
That was terrible.
Oh,
and by the way, a lot of mine
We're
are on
having a
the
nice
Sixers
night.
for some reason. Sam Hinkie.
He's
Like Sam
definitely-
Hinkie was a big
Yeah.
nerd. Now a super smart nerd who had a plan, but definitely a nerdy guy, right?
Definitely.
But that's
nerdy
also,
dude.
That's a good nerd.
That's its own brand of nerd. That like
We also
analytics-
have another
the analytics
update
nerd
here.
is its own
We got another
entity.
update. We got another update.
We got
their
the
own silo.
halftime update. Celtics 68, Hawks 67.
Thank you, Meech.
Let's
That's
go.
a
Come
good one.
on, push
Trae
it to
Young.
7.
That
Push it to
impacts us.
7. Let's go.
In fact, does anyone else have any notable nerds that we missed?
One more I had was Donovan McNabb, dude.
You know what's funny? I
That-
thought about
that's
him.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
He's,
I know, 'cause
he's
like-
the guy who's like the try hard, like
Yeah.
Oh,
I want to be cool
absolutely.
so bad that I'm going to do these
Absolutely.
things to make myself seem
So
cool,
extra.
but it's looking like I'm not cool at all.
You couldn't be more right. We
Back to
talked
the guitar
about
thing and the fucking-
guitar
yeah.
thing. And I thought about him, but I was like, man, it's so borderline because he was a good player.
He's a great
and
player.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he kind of had it figured out. All right, we got another ATM. Think is the ATM mic turn up?
Yo,
You're on the
ATM, you're on the
ATM
mic, you're on the
man.
hot mic.
Hot mic. It's a hot ATM mic. Can we talk to you real quick? All right, listen.
We got some questions
We just
for
are
you.
like interested in human behavior. It's a cash-only establishment, right? Like, how much cash do you get out? You know, it's a $250 hit they're gonna hit you with.
Jesse, you're
The
getting
guy-
people
well,
in
the
trouble
guy-
out here, man.
The guy, I know.
You can buy Bitcoin.
No,
How do
he's
you
buying
feel about the
Bitcoin.
Eagles
Can I
taking
sell you
Jalen
Bitcoin
Carter?
at
The guy before went for
You like
40,
it?
and I said the hit you get on the 250 is a big percentage.
Yeah,
I
you
would
gotta
go like
I
100.
think you want to take out more than that.
Yeah, 100.
Taking out a B.
100.
Taking out a
See,
B.
that's a standard approach, 100.
I like my man's
I'm
kicks, yo.
guessing-
Shout out my man's kicks down there.
Yo, he likes
I see
your
you with
kicks.
the Travs
He
down
likes
there,
your
bro.
kicks. What do you got?
He's got the Travs on down there.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
your- like your shoes.
Travis Scott, baby. Okay. You're not buying any Bitcoin, though, right? Nah. No
right.
one's buying Bitcoin at the ATM, Murph. Sorry, bud. Sorry.
that was a thing.
You having a good
Yeah.
night tonight there, bud?
In Florida, you
We
can
didn't
do
mean to
that.
harass you. My bad. But we like the kicks. All right. So, anyway, that's the end of the notable, noteworthy Philly sports characters.
All right, man.
All right, man. Have a
Enjoy
good
your
night.
night.
All right, so
Turn
we're
that
gonna go
mic
to,
off.
Listen, we're
No,
gonna
it's
go to
already
a whole
off.
nother level real quick. Job, come in here, man. Okay, so
I turn it back on?
yeah, just come in here. Yeah, or you can use this one. You can use this one. This is fine. You can use this one. This is no, just turn this one.
All these mics are all
this is
fucked up,
new.
man.
This is new for the City Pigeons podcast because we really haven't been into the politics. I'm gonna be honest with you, but we got Job Iskowitz here. Job, what's up, man? How you doing?
everyone. How you doing? What's happening, bro?
Job is running for city council at large.
Vote for him. Vote for him.
And guess what? I'm backing Job to the extent that matters, which Job, I don't know that it does. But I met this guy a couple years ago. He was running the old city district, right?
Yep.
And I could tell this guy was all about the right things. And so I'm happy you showed up. Give you a second to talk about what you're doing. Elections coming up. Go ahead. Tell people what it's
Thank
about.
you guys so much.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
actually taking a night off from campaigning to watch the draft with my buddies, and we are longtime Eagle season ticket holders, and I think there's a nerd you forgot. Did you get Dhani Jones in there?
Oh, interesting.
Dhani.
With
Dhani is like, first of all, I went to Michigan. I'm the same year as Dhani, and he is a self-proclaimed nerd, right? He's got the glasses, the bow tie.
Did he do the the bow tie?
bow tie, dude.
Pre-med.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's super smart, but he wanted to do that thing.
Thank you for
See,
bringing
but he was
that to
kind of the
table.
cool nerd. He was kind of the
Right. I
cool
mean, you could
nerd.
try
You know what I mean?
hard.
Well,
Maybe a
there's
nerd,
a
maybe
difference
doesn't
between
count.
like the smart, applicable nerd, like Sam Hinkie, and the like you're just off completely nerd, like Adam, Aaron,
Yeah, yeah.
and Josh Harris. I mean, it's different. There's levels to the nerd thing. But I will say this. Ed Wade. Oh, that's a good one, dude. Ed Wade. Damn, he was so nerdy. But I will say this, Joe, like right off the bat, obviously I come from a lineage of a politician who could get in the mix, and to have you come right in to the podcast as a political candidate and bring about a nerd that we haven't discussed, that shades, I really appreciate
and it's
that.
that level of nerdiness that I'm hoping to bring to city
That's
government.
right. We
Nice.
need more nerdy people in government.
Absolutely.
No, but seriously, tell us a little bit more about what you're trying to
Sure.
do.
Thanks so much. So I'm born and raised in Philadelphia. I'm from Mount Airy. I've lived in South Philly the last 10
Northwest.
years. I'm an attorney by
Shout out Mount
trade,
Airy.
and I've been working in the public sector for the last 10 years. 2 years in city council, and the last 8 years I've been working for the Old City District. And that's like Center City District, a little bit smaller, but we work to keep Old City clean, safe, well-marketed, economically vibrant. And basically what that means is that we spent the last 8 years sweeping the trash. Last year, my crew swept up 17,000 pounds of trash, cleared 700 used needles, 600 tags and stickers off public property. These things only exist, you're welcome, but thanks for coming to Old City, I'm glad you noticed. But these things only exist in wealthy neighborhoods because of austerity measures that cities took over the last 50 years. These are basic city services that can be provided citywide, and I think as Philadelphians, we expect a lot of our sports teams, and we should expect a lot of our city government to provide those services to us as citizens.
Damn right. We don't care if the people that are leading us are nerdy or not. We just want the right outcome.
Right.
And
and
we
this
want to
doesn't
win.
cost a lot of money. I mean, we could sweep every block in the city one time per day, every day, for $17 million. That's
It's hard for me to quantify whether that's a lot of. It sounds like a lot when
It's
you're
a
going to pay a
$6.5
running back or
billion
Wait,
something.
say that statistic again.
17 million.
We could sweep every block of the city one time per day, paying a living wage, paying benefits, hiring returning citizens for $17 million a year out of a $6.5 billion city budget.
Huh.
I would like to do that. I
Okay.
think the city has forgotten what it means to provide basic services, and I think our citizens, when they go out to vote in a couple of weeks, or maybe tomorrow if you're voting by mail, should think, hey, how are we going to get the services back that we deserve?
Got you.
Well, look, man, I'm going to vote for you for whatever that's worth,
you.
okay, when I get
We're
into
gonna all
that
vote
booth.
for you,
You're
man.
You got Rocky's vote.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Rocky,
mine.
Rock, did you know about this before tonight?
What, about Joe coming
Yeah.
on? No, I've met Joe before in the past. I doubt
but
you
were
remember
gonna
me. I
vote
remember.
for him?
Oh, yeah, I was going to
Oh,
vote
you
for
already
him
know,
just based
okay.
off a name alone.
Fink.
You know what I mean?
Mel Kiper, can we get your vote?
Good, I'm in.
All right, he's in.
There we
Thanks.
go. We got at least a couple votes.
Well, I appreciate it. I love what you guys do. But let's go back to the Eagles tonight.
I got a question
Take
now,
back
real
the
quick,
Eagles.
before we pivot off of the politics here. What's going on with the mayor? Who are we voting for mayor, Joe?
Well, I'm not endorsing any candidate. I'll
All
tell
right.
you that I think we all are looking for the same leadership qualities, right?
Okay.
We need someone who can lead, someone who has some financial acumen, someone who understands how government works.
Okay.
And we certainly need someone who's a bit enthusiastic, right?
Okay.
Jesse talked about his lineage, and that's what made Mayor Rendell so great, right?
Right,
Jumping
right.
into pools, promoting the city.
Can I just say real quick on that, like, the amount of pictures and video of my dad jumping into pools shirtless, I mean, that's
Wait,
amazing.
what?
I wouldn't even do that, I got to give him credit for that.
But
yeah.
the good news is that it's less common for the council members, so I'm not too worried about
you
it.
don't, you don't have to do that. Although, it does go a long way, if you
So
want to
bottom
do it.
line is, though, we got somebody here representing the city. Big elections coming up. Get out there and vote, people. I saw your pops yesterday on the news. He's back in Rebecca Reinhardt.
that's
Yeah,
right,
so
yeah.
whoever you're backing, just go out there and make your decision, man. Just get out there and vote. Whatever's important to you, man. Bottom line.
Damn right. Just make sure that you actually do vote.
And the City Pigeons will take donations if you would like us to back you. We can
I
put
have
that out
no
there.
idea what he means. I have no idea what he means.
We can be paid off, bottom line, if you want us to push you as a candidate.
Anyway, I guess we passed our point of political relevancy.
Somebody turn my mic off. Somebody mute Mike
But,
too.
hey, Joe, thanks for joining us, man.
Guys,
Best
Job
of
did not
luck,
pay us off,
dude.
by the way. Job did not pay us off, by the way.
I'm actually just at the bar and came
Yeah,
by
it was
to say
just
hi.
random.
I've been watching the draft here.
Yeah,
tonight
this
with
is a
my friends who live in
bonus.
the neighborhood,
How do you
so.
feel about Jalen Carter, man? It's pretty good,
Oh my
right?
God, it's exactly what I wanted. And all I kept thinking as he started sliding down the board is, this is exactly what happened last year. Last year, so, I already established I went to Michigan, right? 2 years ago, Georgia beat us up, right, in the bowl game, in the playoffs. And so I remember watching that team and thinking, I really want Nakobe Dean. If he's there in the first round,
he
I
just
want
kept
him.
dropping.
He dropped and dropped and dropped. I mean, last
Yeah,
year's
that
draft
was
was
a bonus.
unbelievable. So this started happening in the same way this year with Carter, with another person who beat us up in that same game 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And look, that Georgia defense is pretty solid. Just is keep on, scouting that team, keep on drafting them year after year. So I was really happy that slid. Giving up that fourth round pick didn't matter. We have a lot of fourth round picks next year. We're getting more in comp picks. So I think it was just a great play. I'm enjoying all the Howie love on Twitter right now. So
Howie the
It's a
GOAT. That's why, our episode was called Draft King, because we were crowning him. And the question was, is he him? And you know what? Howie's really, really, done. It's hard to say. He hasn't done anything that's pissed us off in a long time. So sometimes you got to praise somebody.
Right.
You know what I mean? You just got to praise him. All right. Well, thank you, Joe. Best of luck,
Joe,
man.
real quick before you go, where can
Appreciate
people find you, find information out about you, about what you're backing, whatever you got going on?
great. My website is Job for Philly, JOBFOR Philly.com.
All right, everybody, you heard that. Check out joeforphilly.com. Check him out. See what he's got going on.
Unbelievable. And
Thanks,
congratulations to Rock for being the first person to eat a cheesesteak live on the podcast with ketchup.
And
Great
I had
job.
2 pickles on the side, bro.
2 pickles on the side.
2 pickles
All
on
right,
the side.
so with that,
Thanks, bro.
with that, wonderful, unexpected.
Wait, was that
segue.
planned to happen?
That
or
was
that
not
just
planned.
Okay.
It's natural.
Kind of like the ATM people,
The
right?
City Pigeons Podcast is all-encompassing when it comes
Yeah,
to
I feel like
Philly.
we've been up here for a while, right?
We have been.
Yeah, we have.
Sports and culture.
I
So,
think they've heard
with
enough.
that
Who's
in
that?
mind, we're going to
Where's
wrap
Nita?
it up.
Wait, I never saw Nita. Nita, where are you at?
We're gonna wrap it up.
Todd.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Mel, for your support tonight. You are a wonderful gentleman
I
and a
love
scholar.
Jalen Carter.
And I just
You
want
love
to
Jalen
send
Carter
one last
first. You heard it
shout out
first.
to the program sponsors, Goodhart Law Firm,
love
fans
you.
of Philly. We're so excited. Listen, that schedule release is going to come out. When it does, we're going to start to plan our trips. We're definitely going to get out there. So if you want to come with us and go start some shit somewhere, in a nice way, we're going to do it.
No starting shit in a
Thank
nice
you to
way.
Murphy's.
You're going to start some
Thank
shit.
you to
You're gonna get it
Murphy's.
started.
Mike
I'm
Murph for
starting
having
shit.
us down
I'm
here.
starting shit.
Thank you
Exactly.
for Kenwood
Thank you, Mike.
giving us the $4 beer specials.
Shout out
Kenny's,
Kenwood.
you can
And
drink.
Shout out Murphy's Bar,
guys,
Federal
you can
Donuts. What else we
drink.
missing? Missing
We'll
anything?
catch you next time, and that's it for the City Pigeons Podcast.
Let's go.
Mel
Nice.
Kiper, if you
got
could
a dog.
cue the outro, that would be great.
He's working on it.
Here we go.
Oh.
Later.
Jalen Carter, welcome to the Eagles, baby. Be great.
He's working on it.
Here we go.
Later.
Jalen Carter, welcome to the Eagles, baby.